Good evening, Internet. It is I, Hamster of Wrath, doing something a little bit different from the norm. We're doing some miniature building because I felt like it. I've mentioned I'm a bit of a, well, used to be a bit of a massive miniatures nerd a while back, and somebody decided my sister said, she was like, oh, what do I get you for Christmas? I'm like, you know what, give me some minis, and I shall build them at some point because I've not done that in forever. So bless her soul, that's exactly what she did. I put the link in the chat. Also, this is the first time I've streamed in just under about 3 weeks, so this is probably going to be a little bit cursed, since we're doing we're doing a proper, quote-unquote, proper stream tomorrow, and I basically wanted to see if I can remember how to do all this, so well, there we go. And the other primary thing I did, which I remembered to do at the last second, was actually get a brand new blade in my Gale Force 9, very battered Gale Force 9. Gale Force? I'm from New Jersey. Gale Force 9? This is going so well. Gale Force 9 scalpel / hobby knife thing. Because blunt scalpels are actually more dangerous because you have to push harder on them. So there we go. So what we're working on, have I got all my bits? Well, let's hope I've got all my bits. Let's hope I've got all the bits in building. So I have to remember to turn this around here. It might not show very well. Ugh, cameras. This is why I don't use cameras very often, because I can't do the left and the righty thing. Anyway, I've got the link for these, are in the chat, so you can see them. I got them from, is it, North Star Miniatures? I gotta remember now. Let me have a look. Because I didn't want to give Games Workshop any more money, to be honest. North Star Figures, there we go. So yes, I have family near them, and I said to myself, right, would you mind sourcing them from there? And yes, that worked out rather well. So I've got some dwarfs. I had to buy some bases from a nice little place on Amazon called Hobby Haven. Because I didn't realise that these don't come with bases, so that was a little bit embarrassing. So yeah, I'm sorry about the glare here. It's even worse with the light off. So, right. Now, I know for a fact that one of the heads came off one of these sprues already, which kind of sucks. Man, I haven't done this forever. Hey, Tanker, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the hydrate. I actually did start this without a huge amount of fluid in my glass. I'm going to have to go for an emergency refill. But thank you. I hope the new year is treating you well. Oh, there we go. Now, these fellows... Oh, thank you very much for the 150 bits, Tanker. That is very kind. Thank you very much. Throw bits at the man for the new year. Thank you. That is very kind. But yes, I hope the festive season and the new year has been kind to you so far. I keep thinking I'm on camera, but I'm not, because you can only see my hands. This is glorious. But yes, welcome, welcome. So, yeah, let's not lose this bit. This bit's important. Right, actually, the other thing I need to have a look at is that, obviously, a lot of the time with these, when you have, like, leader models, they're, like, standing on what has become known as the tactical rock. I'm wondering if I got something that could do well as a sort of impromptu tactical rock. I'm not sure. Hamster hands, how scandalous. Oh, yes. Yes, don't get too excited. I might show me ankles at some point, and then there'll be an absolute scandal. But hopefully it's not too cursed, because I thought this camera I got was garbage. But it turns out if you shine a giant honking light on what you're doing, it doesn't look quite as bad. I'll show you the natural lighting in my bedroom here for a second. That's what it looks like without the lamp of doom. So yeah, I think that's I've just flashbanged the entire stream. Sorry. Hope no one was watching in a darkened room because I've just flashbanged you. But there we go. What have I got in here? That would be a good thing for him to stand on. I'm sure I found like an ammo crate or something. But it's kind of knackered, which actually suits my purposes. Will it actually fit on the base? That's the next question. Oh, that's not going to look... That's going to look cursed. That's going to look fucking cursed. What else have I got? This is my bits box, but I don't even think I can fit it on camera. Yeah, it's huge. Right, there is a cheeky cape. This is a cheeky cape from a Harlequin, but I was going to see if I can make use of that later on. Ooh. Do you know what? That actually might work. That is actually what appears to be the back half of a harlequin. I don't know where the front half of the harlequin is. But if I chipped off the stone... still not very high, though, is it? Ah, it might work. I don't know. I haven't even got to the model yet here. We're just thinking base ideas so far. Hopefully everyone can actually see any of this. I mean, what does this look like as a full screen preview? This is exactly what I wanted to just tinker around with. Oh, actually, it's a bit blurry. It's a little blurry. It's not too surprising. There we go. I was like, that looks really nice in the preview window. I'm like, it's a bit blurry. I don't have the best webcam in the world. I wonder if this will work. Will that work? What I should probably do is do that, and then, now the question is, why do I have half a harlequin? Thank you very much for the 200 bits, Meggato. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. I hope Christmas and New Year is treating you well. Since when do they trust you with sharp objects? They don't. And this is a very sharp object, because this is a brand new blade I just put in here, because I don't know the last time I swapped the old one. So, yeah. I'm hoping for no bloodshed on stream. That would kind of suck. That'd be great if you're a vampire, though. Then it really would suck. Oh, where the hell did I... Oh, okay. I think the Death Jester I've got is in my Eldar stuff. And I don't think... No, I didn't. I gave it away. That's fine. Right. Okay. I'm just thinking out loud now. This is amazing. Right. Here's a feetsies. Let us cut off the feetsies. But thank you very much, guys, for dropping by. This was largely... I meant to actually do this earlier. And me and Bamboozle ended up playing Red Dead Redemption online, and then I did dinner. So, but I wanted to get back into the whole streaming thing before we did the quote-unquote proper stream tomorrow. But it's going okay so far. Yes, that is good and sharp. That is what we wanted. Now, well, that's not going to work, is it? What I really should do is cut the body off of the sprue and figure out which one I'm using first. The one slight drawback, I think, is I'm so used to a lot of the Warhammer things being so big and chunky, and these, you can actually see that terribly well, these kind of weapons are a little dinky, but we have options for that as well. I've got that upside down. There we go, that's better. Right, okay, now we need a suitably heroic body. I've got no idea how long we're going for, to be honest. This was just like, I'm making this up as I go, so... Well, I'm always making it up as I go, to be honest. Right, there are only 3 different poses. So what is a particularly... Okay, this one's got his leg back a little bit, so that's suitably heroic. But yeah, just before I started, I was kind of like, I haven't changed the blade on this in literally years, and I've got a couple of spares, and as I said earlier... Sharp hobby knife, better than blunt hobby knife. I've also forgotten which one I was about to use. Which one was I about to use? That one. I turned the sprue upside down and forgot where it was. Oh, that's amazing. This is going so well. But, yeah, I hope everyone's New Year's festivities were good. Mine was fairly low-key. I was just me and my dad. Couple of saddos on the couch. But, yeah, we... watched some assorted things. We had a lot of junk food. And did cheers at 12 o'clock. So that's what you want, really. And actually, I gotta say... hey, Quinlist, how's it going? Don't bleed to death on the stream, please. No, I will try not to. Yes, Happy New Year to you as well, Quinlist. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we ended up watching Rick Astley doing his New Year's... doing his, like, New Year's gig, and my god, that man's great. I didn't actually realise what he was like much, aside from his, like, pop stuff. But yeah, he was really good. He even did an AC/DC cover, because apparently he's a big AC/DC fan, which is kind of nuts. These weapons are kind of dinky, but we have options. Sounds like a Middle Eastern arms dealer. Or, I tell you what, Metgato, That joke doesn't quite land as well as it should do these days with everything going on, but yes, I appreciate it. We do have options. What we need to see, if these guys can actually take... thank you very much, Bamboozle Ballet, for the 2 and sub. Thank you very much. Thank you very kind. And hello again. Yes, me and BB were playing Red Dead Online earlier. What was I saying? Yes, I was going to see if I could, any of the old Space Wolf weapons I've got could fit some of these, because that would be kind of epic, and it would make him look, that's big shooty. I don't know, you can't even see that. Big shooty. Big shooty. I have enormous hands. Look at that. Enormous hands. Right. We are in the planning stages still. But welcome! I hope you're well. Oh, is that gonna... Oh, that's not gonna work, is it? No, it's gonna look he's teetering off the damn thing. Well, he is teetering off it because he's not glued to anything. This I don't think is gonna work. Now, of course, big brain move. If I actually did one of the other bodies that had the legs slightly closer together, then that might actually work. I'm gonna have to clear a space in the bits box for these guys, because right, hold on. What's one that isn't actually being... Oh, there's plenty of room in here. This is fine. What's this? That's half a Tyranid head. That's half a Carnifex head. That doesn't help me. Oh, piss. Now I've just found a perfect piece of plastic. I knew that'd happen. Have slightly past its best lasagna ready I read that quickly, and I just thought, hilariously, that was like some sort of new supermarket brand. New Sainsbury's, slightly past its best. The choice for the person who doesn't really give a shit about what they're having for dinner. You know, kind of that, but I don't think that was really what you were talking about. It's probably just something to do with the sell-by date. And before anyone panics, before I start gluing stuff, I have a fan to my left. I can barely see my hands. I need to reposition this camera a little bit. Hey, Dadsflag, how's it going? Thank you very much for the 2-1 sub. Thank you very kind. Welcome, welcome. I hope your festivities were good over the Christmas and New Year period. Welcome, welcome. We are building stuff. Really, a hype train is close? That seems unlikely, but sure, okay. But whatever you feel like saying, Twitch. I should have the message pinned at the top of the screen. But I will dig out the link anyway. Give me a second. Where are we? We are building some space dwarfs. There we go. Right. I hope this doesn't go everywhere. Jesus. Okay, that's thicker than it looks. Or I'm weaker than I thought. I'm feeble. Come on, man. This is gonna fucking explode something. I'm gonna go this over here. Hang on. All fine here. Excellent. Good to hear. Yeah, so Jesus, what? That's really fucking thick. Yeah, by contrast, I actually got some sort of food poisoning over just before Christmas, which was glorious. Went all the way up to my sister's. Where'd that go? Oh, it's over there. She cooked me a glorious turkey dinner, and then I saw the turkey dinner again, which wasn't good. I have a funny feeling it was the smart water I drank, which wasn't very smart. In fact, it was the opposite of smart. It may well have been dumb water. Not a dumb waiter, but dumb water. So yeah, I wasn't too impressed with that. Does this look crap? That's the question. I wanted to make this guy stick out a little bit, so because he's like meant to be like the guy in charge. So I want him on like a bit of a plinth, just to sort of. Could I even? No, that won't work. This is what happens when you forget to get some blue tack. Now the great thing is, most of you guys are not going to be able to see most of this due to this awful camera I've got, but you know, especially that's the wrong angle too. So I'm sort of Jesus. Blue tack. That's the hobbyist choice. Where are we? Yeah, you can kind of see it from that angle. I'm trying to make him like stand out a little bit. Quite literally, he's on like a plinth. I do have a base I can sacrifice. I've got 25 bases and 24 models, so I could sacrifice a base if it all goes horribly wrong. The fact he's standing on Eldar runes has got nothing to do with it, but you know. Right, okay. That's a start. So, in great tabletop fashion, he should probably have a head that doesn't have a helmet. Because as we all know, a lack of protective headgear means seniority, as you all know. I'm sort of Jesus Blue Tack. Jesus Blue Tack would be strange. That would be a very odd religion. You see how dinky like the little axes are, Oh no, what's my frame of reference here? Up, down, left, right. Oh god, you can't see anything there. Look, there you go, axe. Very dinky. So yeah, not a big fan of the dinky axes, but also I've got spare axes, that'd be great. I'm sort of Jesus blue tack. Behold, bring the holy blue tack. Right, now which one was this guy going to be? This guy was going to be the, like, elder guy. So do they have a helmetless guy with a beard? Or do all the guys with no helmets do not have impressive beards? That might work. That is a very tiny head. That is a very tiny... Actually, no, let's not worry about that. Let's worry about the arms next. That's very important. Right. So, now, where were we? Of course, the brilliantly distracting thing I've got is also I've got Spotify playing in my headphones, which you guys cannot hear, because otherwise I'd get copyright struck into oblivion. So I'm kind of like, wait, I can hear music. Well, yeah, that's because the I've got on my headphones. You guys can't hear it. In before somebody says I can totally hear the music, because I know you can't, because there isn't an audio output for it. So shush. Oh, I should have kept. Where was this pointy power fist I had earlier? You know what? You got like a sea of spare bits, and you find a bit you want to use. You should sort of put it to one side so you don't lose it. Right, I've got rummage here. I have a name for the line of slightly past best foods. We could call it Bacteria Cafeteria. Nice. Like it. Oh, that's a plasma pistol. That's a marine scale plasma pistol. That could come in handy. I've got a bunch of Terminator scale stuff, but I think it's the marine scale stuff that's going to work. Awesome. That's the pointy power fist. I was after that. And there was a weird little chest plate bit that I thought might help, make him look a bit more bulky. Not good if I know where that is. In fact, I should probably worry about that first, because if that doesn't fit, I won't be able to get the arms on. Oh, the things you didn't think you had to worry about. In there? So this is scintillating visually. I only actually have one camera. So I can't do the whole, like, pull back in HD thing. It's not good. This lasagna is fine on account of my fridge being very cold. Well, the thing is, there's difference between best before and used by, isn't there, for the most part? It's like 2/3 of a plasma cannon. Is that a plasma gun? That's a plasma gun. Where the hell is this armor bit? Okay, maybe we'll come back for that. I really wish I got some blue tack, because that would have been really, really useful. I don't know where that chest bit went. Doodah, doodah. Okay. We'll worry about that later. Right, have I made a terrible, terrible mistake? Actually, where's a Terminator scale power fist? Just for giggles. Okay. Oh, hammer! There was a hammer I was going to try as well. There we go. Stuff. No one will be seated during Hamster of Wrath rummaging through his bits box. Sounds vaguely rude, doesn't it? But that's a lightning claw. That'll do. Right, okay. Oof. You're not the boss of me. If I want to hear voices singing in my head, it's up to me and my imaginary friends that live in my shoulder hair. That is very true. That is a very, very fair point. I am not the boss of your inner voice. That'd be horrible if I was. Right, is this going to look absolutely fucking goofy? Oh, it's the... Oh, dear. Oh, dear, chat. I don't know if you can actually see that. That looks borderline fucking goofy. Okay, definitely don't think the Terminator scale is going to work. That is regular scale. That might work. Though the shoulder's not quite articulated in the right place. That might work. It might work. You can tell I haven't used a camera in forever. So I've got this, like, pointy power fist here, which is quite natty. I don't think it's going to work on this guy. I wish I had some blue tack. It might work, you know. Because there's no way I can snap off one of these to put on one of the other arms. It's just not going to do the job. Okay, now, Terminator scale. Now this is going to look dirty as hell. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, Terminator scales. Terminator scale is a big no-no. Okay, that's... This is fine. Okay. Right, I suppose step one should be gluing the Actually, how does the hammer look? Is the hammer a bit OTT? I mean, it's Warhammer, it's bound to be OTT. That looks a little oversized. Fucking hell. That looks very oversized, in fact. It does look a bit comical. Have I made a terrible mistake? It's entirely possible. The thing was also good when it was really cold, but we know what happens when you warm that up. Yeah, always make sure that you keep your alien invaders thoroughly frozen to prevent any inadvertent invasions or body snatching. Now, I'm using one of these things, and these always clog up, so if anyone's got any tips to keep these things not clogged up, I think it's probably just make sure you store them back in, maybe run them on the hot water, I don't know. Right, I do have adequate ventilation, I've got the windows cracked, I've got a fan to my left, so I shouldn't pass out at any point. This looks terrible. Have I got some files? I bet you my files are disgusting. I mean my files for filing bits off of models, not any other files. You know, that would be incriminating. Honest. Nothing but, you know, normal files. Okay, yeah, I've clearly tried doing something with this, and it's failed fucking miserably before. I have no idea. I also have no idea where my hands are on camera, which is great. Oh, wow. Actually, no, these are cleaner than I thought they were. Holy crap. Take good care of your tools. Well, I mean, that's good advice any time of the day, really, isn't it? Hamster secret files existence confirmed. Yes, I have very secret files. They're very interesting. Honest. I suppose if I was doing this properly, it might be an idea to, like, paint this first, but fuck it. We are just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing if it sticks. Well, actually, what we're doing is throwing glue at plastic. That is not coming out. Hello? Why no come out? Okay, problem number 1. Glue no come out. Hello? Why the hell is that not coming out? And this is the problem I have with these. Don't tell me that's like... Have they, like, supplied it pre-clogged? I mean, that would be great if they have. Oh, maybe it's not far enough into the glue. No, maybe it's sticking too far out of the glue? I don't know! It's so confusing. Alright, let's try that again. Hello? That is not coming out. That is not coming out. Okay, I guess we're going to have to do it the other way around. We're going to have to take that out and do it this way around, which is not what you're supposed to do. Okay, it does come out there. Okay, that's just weird. So this metal thing appears to have been supplied pre-clogged. So, great. Don't do what I'm about to do. I'm doing it off camera, so you can't see. That is clogged to fuck. Okay, never mind. Yes, that is the other thing you run the risk of. It's going to come out, yes. A betting pool, I'll pass out from the fumes and fall forward and put the pointy end of the glue bottle into his eye. I hope not. That would be bad. Oh, wow, now it's all coming out. It's now blowing bubbles at me. Oh, wow. This is precisely... Okay, who made this? Who fucking made this? Humbrol. Right. Now, they're pretty well known for, like, hobby shit. -5 stars so far on the glue. Because, holy shit. Doesn't come out the thing, and then when you've actually got the bottle set down, it actually comes out the top when you don't want it to. So, actually, Bamboozle called that one. I bow to Bamboozle's superior thing. Hey, Lummox Beast, how's it going? Happy New Year! Hope your festivities and New Year are doing well, and there's not enough glue on there after all that. God, that's so annoying. It's supposed to come out the metal applicator thing. This is going to make this whole task just a tiny bit more difficult. Well, now it's not coming out at all. What is this glue? What is this glue? I don't understand. It just doesn't work. Is it too thick? Am I too thick? All of these questions and more will probably not be answered. Come on. This is so confusing. Yeah, it's just not coming through the bloody... Right, okay, give me a second. Gotta ask if it was about air displacement. Yeah, it could be. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. You have to excuse me for a couple of seconds. I'm going to go run that under a hot tap and see if that actually fucking works. Step 1, can't apply glue. This is going to be the shortest stream ever. Right, I'm going to be back in like a couple of minutes or so. Give me a sec. God damn. Oh, no, I can't. The fan's in the way. Never mind. We're going to crack on. Oh, now there's a giant great bubble coming out the top. Yeah, this sucks. Okay, we're going to have to get some different glue. Come on. Oh. Step 1, cannot glue model. Step 2, profit. Okay, I mean, I've got a bit of control coming out there. The trouble is, the tip of this is plastic. So hopefully it's not reactive plastic, because that would suck balls. So fucking weird. Okay. You know when you have the sort of have these like sort of impromptu ideas? Right, I tell you what I need. What I need is like a marker on here. Like a square, or a square bit of paper. So that I know when my hands are in shot, because I keep like leaning back out of shot, which is really stupid. If the metal applicator is clogged, take a match to it. That sounds exciting. I don't think I'm going to do that right now. But I will take that under advisement. What? It just burns it away. Yeah, I can actually see this end is completely fucking full. Yeah. Have I got a pin? Come on. Or a paperclip or something. No, paperclip would be too big. But I think a pin might be too big. Yeah, the bloody applicator's clogged up. That's what's happened. Son of a bitch. Okay, it's fine. We can roll with it. Right, okay. I'm going to do that now, actually. Let me find a bit of paper. So I can actually centralize what I'm doing here. Because obviously you've got a fairly small field of view, and I keep moving everything out of it. So where are we? Trying to not sing along with these tunes, because 1, I can't sing very well. And 2, they're copyrighted. So that's, oops. Throw the glue everywhere. Right, where are we? No, I mean this is Metallica and into Sandman. You got to do a little bit of air guitar or mouth guitar, one of the two. You've done it, and you still have all your fingers. Okay, that's good. But how many fingers did you start with? That's the question. Thank you very much, Meggato, for the tier 1 sub to Lummox Beast. That is very kind. Thank you very much. Thank you very kind. Yeah, I don't think I have anything small enough that will fit down the tip of this thing. And this is the problem I always had with the metal applicator things. Because obviously my G-dubs glue was dead as a doornail, so that was not going to be making it into this particular excursion. Right, that I don't need anymore. Right. I mean, you guys probably can't see anything what's going on here, but this is fine. We're chilling. We're chilling. Okay, this flexes and it's knocking things off. I need like a single sheet here. Hang on. I have not done this in a while. It probably shows. Right. Single sheet of paper that doesn't move about as much. Good stuff. Right, okay, so he can go on that, which means he's all imperious and shit. So that's good. You guys can actually see that. I mean, there's not an awful lot to see right now, but it's sort of like, there, kind of. Right, okay, so, yeah, this thing has definitely clogged the fuckery. But thank you all for turning up. This, like I said, this is short notice, not the usual. But I want to do something sort of. Well, also, want to see if I can actually remember how to stream everything properly. And two, something just a little bit different to kick the new year off. Just 10 fingers. We don't talk about the toes. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, that's clogged to hell. It wouldn't be a me stream if something didn't go categorically wrong. Categorically wrong. All of the above. Catastrophically. Catastrophically? I don't know. Words. English. What are they really? That's not very flat. You need more flat feet. Your feet are not flat enough. Which is quite funny considering he's dwarf. Dwarf. Well, actually, technically he's not a dwarf. He's not quite proportioned right for a dwarf. He's dwarf-esque. He's dwarf adjacent. Right, that's probably not going to work, but we're going to try it anyway. If I die before I wake, I will eat 10 dozen cream cakes. This glue is just not. Honestly. What the... Now it's not even coming out this bit now. You know when you think, maybe this isn't such a good idea? Well, I'm glad I got some ventilation going, though. Jesus Christ. Okay. Now, this is, of course, where I usually when I use super glue, this is where I find out I've got some stuck to my fingers. Oh, I so wish I had some blue tack, because I'm super not sure about this pointy power fist he's got. I mean, he's not supposed to have a power fist. I'm mixing and matching kits, which can be a little hit and miss sometimes. I am covered in dust. This is grim. Glad you can't see that. When you put your foot in your mouth, just remember it's not the time to grind your teeth. It's very true. That is very, very true. Okay, now, as always, we need to leave that to percolate for a little bit. He says, immediately going to fiddle with it. Can I get away with giving him a little comedy? Oh, this will be funny if this works. Alright, bearing in mind this is an Eldar cape, I'm probably cursing the guy. But I want to sort of make him sort of stand out a little bit. No, do the arms first, because if I manage to get the cape on and then find out that I can't fit the arms on, that's going to suck. Also, I don't think this is obviously meant for a slender Eldari. And it won't really... I mean, it would almost work as a poncho, but again, I'd have to have the arms on for that to work properly. That's going in the maybe pile. That's part of a death gesture. That's going in the I'm not using this is insanity pile. Which is there. One other historical fact like the Goths and people from that corner of the world messed up the Romans because they ate lots of fish. They were considerably taller than the Roman soldiers. There you go. So there you go. Eat fish, become tall. That's what we're saying. I think. Is that what we're saying? Eat fish, become tall, conquer the world. Right, okay, I gotta figure out what I was gonna arm this guy with. Now, I have no idea if this guy will ever actually see the tabletop, but if he does, I want him armed with something half decent. And I'm not going by G-dubs rules, I'm going by one-page rules, which is quite cool. Which are basically old-school Warhammer, but it's kind of like model agnostic. So what I will actually do is give you the link to that as well, actually, because it's well worth a look. And unlike a lot of G-dub stuff, doesn't have like huge amounts of power creep or messing about and stuff. And a lot of the models are sort of analogous to stuff that exists. So for this, I'm kind of looking at the Votunn. Is it Leagues of Votunn? As a kind of comparative model kind of thing, you know what I mean? Just remember that collecting hobby supplies and performing said hobby are separate occupations. They are indeed. It's very true. Where are we? Right. Yeah, now this guy was going to be... The other guy was going to be sword and something else. This guy was going to be like, what has he got? Shock Gauntlet. Okay, that's definitely got to be, like, that is a power fisted all but name. So what have we got in other options? We have... If I was really clever, I could have shrunk the camera and actually captured my browser, and you could actually see what I'm looking at, but I didn't think that far ahead, so congratulations to, you know, here's my hands for a bit. Fusion pistol, 6 inches, not very far. Champion rifle, champion iron blaster, that sounds fun. Right, have I got a drum-fed bolter somewhere that's in marine scale? That'd be good. The Romans might have appeared to be smaller than the Goths because they were not eating fish, so they were not to scale. Oh dear, I snorted. I do apologise. That's disgusting. Okay, that is Terminator scale, which won't help me. The trouble is, I don't actually have... Oh no, I do have a ton of marine scale stuff left. I just haven't actually taken it off the sprue. I'm a moron. Right, hang on a second. Now I need to go to the bits that are still on the sprue in order to find a marine scale one. I've got cables everywhere. This is hilarious. Right, where would that be? Is that here? Is it this one? Oh, behold, another box of stuff. Oh yes, look, we have marine bits. What have we got on here? I bet you the storm bottles aren't being used, or have been used even. No, we've got more hammers. Lightning claws. I mean, even a regular bolter might work. I don't know. Is that a double hand one? Oh no, that might work. Okay, that's a maybe. Ooh, slightly different power fist. Okay, cool. Actually, I wonder. Oh, hello. Hey everybody, Battle Toaster, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Give me a second. I've got to put this huge pile of stuff down and give you a shout out. If I can actually get to my keyboard without knocking my glue over and causing an apocalypse, which I probably already have. Here we go, keyboard. Hey. What's the shout? Come on again, dear God. Happy New Year! And a belated Merry Christmas, and hope everything is hunky-dory. Oh, boop. Did that work? Yay, got it right. Nice. 7 Days to Die. Ooh. I think I've seen Wabba play that a couple of times. I don't think it's crossed my actual PC at any point. How am I doing? Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, fucking hell, brains. Not too bad. Let's stop it there. I was going to try and elaborate on that, and then I thought, no, I can't think of anything else. But welcome, Matt. Thank you very much for the raid. I hope your 7 Days to Die was good fun. And yes, we're looking forward to smashing some mechs with you, Wabba, and Takan Twins tomorrow. So that should be fun. But yeah, I kind of decided to do a bit of a warm-up stream, as it were. Come on, find me a drum bed. A drum bed? Find me a drum bed Stormbolter. Yeah, drum bed. God, I don't know what I'm talking about. I have a funny feeling I've used all those up. I've used all those up. Oh, no, hang on, hold on. No, that's a plasma gun. That is significantly different. No, okay, we're going to go with option A. Where did I put option A? Option A is here. That's good. Right. Oh, hey, look, even my Streamlabs thing is working. That's no shortage of a bloody miracle, that is. Though I have to say, right, for any fellow streamers out there, up to and including everybody else, I heartily agree. I heartily endorse the new Twitch alerts that are integrated into Twitch, because they work. The amount of times I've had someone follow or do something in stream and it's just not worked because Streamlabs is being super derpy. I don't know. And towards the end of last year, I switched over to the integrated Twitch own alerts, and they're so much better, largely because they work. A Volkite pistol would look awesome. Alas, I do not have a Volkite pistol. The only two big piles of stuff I have access to are a ton of Space Wolf stuff and some Eldar stuff. And the Eldar stuff I don't think would work particularly well with these little dudes. I'm going to have a look at this bolter. What I would love to have is like a drum-fed... Oh, wait, I've got one. Hold on. It's funny how you haven't done something like this in, like, forever, and then your brain just sort of goes back into, oh, hey, if I knock this off here and chop this up, and it'll probably be a complete fucking mess, but, yeah, your brain suddenly starts ticking over on it. Oh, that looks awful. Let's get that off there. Oh, that's awful. Okay, slightly balls that up, but that's okay. That's nothing too surprising. And I have to go get myself a new drink in a minute. Look big enough, does it? I mean, it's a regular sized bolter. I really hope you guys can actually vaguely see what's going on here. Also, that actually needs to be further forward. You can actually see what's going on. Right, so yeah, we have this guy. We have an assortment of weapon options. I do have a plasma pistol. That might work. Have I got any storm bolters left? That's the thing. I'm gonna rummage a bit more. Space Wolves for the win. Sons of Rust are the best. Yeah, I like them. Well, actually, I say that. I like them up until they were like done as the like Emperor's executioners, and I didn't like that idea. I know a lot of people are like, oh well, you know, the space Viking thing is just overdone. And I'm like, friendly space Vikings is okay. There's enough grimdark going on in 40k that just having one faction that is slightly, you know, that's fine. But apparently that was not to be done. I was like, no, this is the Space Marine chapter that's designed to kill other Space Marines, and I'm like, that's not why I started collecting these. That's no, that's a big no. So yeah, that took a bit of the polish off of me a little bit. Are you sure I haven't got a single goddamn Stormbolter amongst this lot? I must have. So much sprue. What the hell is this? This isn't even supposed to be in here. This is like a bottle opener. What else is in there? Sorry, I mean, I could attempt to show you what I'm up to here, but I can't fit the thing on the table. See? Pile of sprue. Look at that. This is what I'm dealing with right here. Okay, we've got knives, sharp sticks, plasma guns in the 40-watt range, but not a solitary Stormbolter. I mean, I could nick one off the Terminator arms I've got, I suppose. I've got enough of them floating about. Okay, let's try some surgery. I've just crushed the model I was working on. Genius. Tell I haven't done this for a while. Right, hold on. Yeah, the only reason I ended up with an Eldar army is that literally... What no Wolfguard sprue? That's a fucking good point. Well, that's the thing. The Wolf Pack sprue had everything on it. But yeah, I refuse to believe I've used that many Marine scale bolts. I mean, I've got like a Terminator scale one, but that won't work because it'll look derpy as all hell. Because it's too big. Oh god, I'm throwing stuff on the floor. This is great. Oh, what have I done to that? Why would I have a Stormbolter and I've ripped the magazine off it? Why? So confusing. Right, that's not going to look properly. That's not going to look properly. That's not going to look good. So if you're thinking sprue is an odd word, you're right, because it's unknown origin according to the Oxford English Dictionary. I like to think aliens thought it up. Really, it has no basis in anything. Oh! I gotta show you this. Look how utterly terrible this looks. I got one big arm. Look at me. I got a big shooty arm. No, bad. That's not gonna work. Right, hang on. Let me find my other sprues. I have many sprues. Right, I'm taking my headphones off for a second. Oh, this stream is so cursed. I love it. Ugh. Okay, where are we? That's a bunch of Warpath minis, which have got nothing to do with anything. I'm slowly piling stuff on my bed. which is bad, because that means I won't be able to get into it when I'm done. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I have another 3 boxes to look through. Which I would show you, but that involves moving the camera, which would ruin everything. Oh. OED doesn't know. That's for sure. Interesting. No problem, Lummox Beast. Thank you very much. Oh, I've just moved the whole thing. That's great. Thank you very much for dropping by, and enjoy your food. Yeah, that's a good point. Where did I put all the upgrade stuff? I think it was in that box. You can tell I didn't plan this particularly well. Now, these are all vehicle sprues, so that's no use. Oh, you're right. That's a Wolfguard sprue. Yeah, you might actually be right there. Oh, God. This is why I tried to get, like, 2 cameras, like, working, so I had one from down here and one from, like, up here somewhere, so you could just about see what I was doing when I was out of shot of this camera. But that was not to be. That is a vehicle scale bolter. That will not help. You know what? I think I must have used up all the storm bolters. I must have done. Yeah, I think I might well have done. You shall have to tinker. Right, last box. Ugh. No, this is all vehicle stuff. This is this ridiculous flyer they did. Which actually, I remember I painted it up as a Battlestar Galactica Viper, largely by accident, instead of doing it in grey. I did it in white. Because I hate myself, apparently. Right, that's not working, so let's see what we got here. What have we got? So that's a marine grade bolter. Sorta works. Sorta works. Maybe his hands are a little big for his little stumpy torso, but we can work on that. Where's my pointy fist gone? I have doubts about this fist, I have to say. That's a sentence I didn't think I was going to be saying. It might work. I mean, obviously the fact they have slightly incompatible... Okay, the only way we're going to find out if I actually glue it, and it looks like I've glued this to something else at some point, which is why the surface is absolutely mangled. I actually don't know how much of you guys of this can actually see this, because my positioning is awful, but I thought this would probably be more of a chatty stream than it would be a doing stream, but at least you guys got something to look at. Oh yeah, look, my friggin' shelf has moved. That doesn't help. Yeah, see, that just... I just haven't thought this through. This is amazing. Okay, I'm also covered in sprue dust now. Oh no, that's actual dust from where I haven't picked these boxes up in forever. Right. Is that actually sitting flush? Not remotely. I might better get away with it. Okay, I think the only way I'm going to find out is glue the damn thing on and see how terrible it looks. Did I have a plan? Not really. Well, my plan was the fucking glue working properly. That was plan A. But the dispenser wasn't working, decided not to behave itself, so I'm winging it now. As always. This guy's going to look like a sort of like midget version of Hellboy. He's going to have a... Oh, except Hellboy was red right hand. This guy's going to have a oversized left hand. Oh, you know, that might actually work. If I... Hang on, I need to reposition just a little bit. Alright, the fact it's bonding is good, because that means... Oh, that might actually work. It's like, you know you've done wrong. It's like, it's Hulk Hogan and the finger poke of doom. It's like, ah. Oh, I like it. Oh, do you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to file down the other side of this. That's not good. Tits. Well, I'm going to have to wait until that actually dries. The proportions are a little bit off, but, you know, fuck it. That's what all great people say, I'm sure. This hasn't quite worked. Fuck it. Oops, I just knocked off a bit of his shoulder pad. That wasn't a great idea. Now I'm actually attempting to cut off my own fingers, which is not smart. Don't cut off your own things. Yarrick-sized. Yeah. Hey, Krynos, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, he's got a bit of Yarrick syndrome, hasn't he? Yeah. Well, hilariously, the head I was going to pick for him had a bionic eye, so he may well be turning into mini Yarrick. I so want to see if I can fit a cape on this as well, because I think this would be quite funny. This could be a sacrificial model anyway. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure I'm going to. I was pondering whether to build these for comedy value or build them so I could actually potentially use them in the future. I don't know, but we'll see. Am I absolutely sure I don't have a... Well, I mean, a Stormbolter is a Stormbolter, isn't it? It's just the fact a Terminator's holding it, but these are the old Black Reach Terminators, so the trouble is, getting the Stormbolter off is going to be an absolute sod. Maybe a regular bolter would look better. I don't know. Oh wait, wasn't there a Stormbolter that had the arm bit? I don't know. I should really look at my thing. Commissar Yarrick's mini-me. Yeah, it's like his mascot. It's like, wherever you point, I point. Easy solution, do orcs instead. Yeah, I had an orc phase. I think I gave away all the bits I had for orcs. I've still got Tyrannid bits left, which will not help me in this situation. The trouble was, I kind of got into orcs just when flyers became a thing in 40k. And the trouble is, some of the Dark Eldar flyers are so OP, they could just nuke, like, a squad of boys per turn. And I got so miffed with it, because obviously my opponent being my opponent at the time... oh, that makes sense. What I mean is, the guy playing as my opponent at the time was like, oh, well, in the interest of fairness, I'll change up my army list. Oh, no, he just kept doing the same thing. And I'm like, great, so I have to either spend money to do different things, and I was just like, meh. So... Oh, this might work. Okay, that is Terminator scale. That is Terminator scale, but, oh, I don't know. Let's have a look. This could be funny. My wife is not best pleased with my orcs because I take stuff back from the dump to build stompers out of. That is a great way around of doing it. Okay, that is going to be too big. He's going to have gigantism on the other side, which is no. That needs to be marine scale. That's not working. But that is the great. That was the sort of great thing about orcs is that even if you built them wrong, you've built them right. It was very difficult to kind of do an orc kit and then have someone come along and saying, well, you haven't got that right. It's like, well, yeah, does it look like absolutely ad hoc? Yes. Victory, you know? But the funny thing I remember about the one of the orc kits, see, I'm doing this under the light and you can't see this is amazing. I think it was the orc truck. And what they did, they actually gave you the running instructions for the orc truck for building the turret on the wrong side. And it wasn't until I actually finished the last truck I was doing that all of a sudden I was like, wait a second, this is the wrong way round. What the hell? And I'd actually finished building them by then, which is kind of annoying. Hey, Wolf Warrior, how's it going? Welcome. I hope you're doing well. I hope Christmas and New Year's was funsies. Maybe a storm bottle would be a bit OTT, because a regular bottle looks okay. See, ideally, what you probably want is to have the camera here, but then it'd be right in my way, and I'd probably be knocking it over every time, but, you know. Is that going to work? He does look like he does look like Mini Yarrick. That's quite funny. Well, not even intentional, but he's kind of got Mini Yarrick vibes. Yeah, it's definitely got to be a marine scale one. Because a Terminator scale one will look proper derp. But I want it. I think it needs to be bulkier. But if I hack up these Terminator things, that's going to be a bastard to get right. And this is always the curse when you're trying to convert stuff. Yeah, these are the old push-fit Terminators, or the old Black Reach Terminators. I wonder if I could get away with that. Will that even fit on there? Is there any like spare arms or something I've got? The other thing I'm now slightly worried about, of course, is that when I build the rest of these to have, like, most of them are going to have the regular weapons, their regular weapons are going to look so weedy in comparison. So I may have to put some thought into that later on, but we'll figure that out in a minute. Right, if I got any... Where's those arms? What you want is the camera slightly lower and further away, and you trying to do this in a splash pool. Yeah. Yeah, that'd bring the punters in, wouldn't it? Yeah. I always said if I ever did a hot tub stream, people would throw money at me to put my clothes back on. So, you know, maybe one of these days I should give it a go. Oh, hang on. Oh no, that's for cradling. Those are cradling arms. Those are not useful. Ah. Come on. Oh, hello. No, that's regular bolter. I must have given all of the Wolfguard models I got. Every single one of them must have got a Stormbolter. That's the only thing I can possibly think of. And I'm not going to go back and mangle some of those, because that would defeat the object. Yeah, I think I've used up all my marine scale Stormbolters. That's really annoying. Oh well. Oh well. Well, do you know what? I'm going to give it a go. Because why not? Okay, so where are the... Right, these are good ones. I'm going to save those. What for? I don't know. Mind you, that is recessed. That is further back, so that'll be easier. It's a shame. This thing's got like a thumping great strap on the other side of it. And the thing is, if that was flush, I'd be tempted to get two regular bolters and just put them together. Even though the ejection ports would be on the wrong sides. They've got ejection ports on either side. I'd say that would work. I'd say they're universal. And then just have like you've got like a double-barreled bolter. I could do that. Which is what effectively a storm bolter is. Or I could try and mangle one of these Terminator arms and try and fit it on this other arm, which I think will look like an absolute fucking mess. Wonder if I can do that. Now, of course, I have to find another regular bolter that isn't actually attached to anything. Actually, I'm pretty sure I saw one earlier. That's in a holster. That doesn't help me at all. That's attached to an arm. Okay, that's going to be cursed, because one of them is going to have a belt-fed magazine, and the other one is going to have a sickle magazine. Which would be awkward. Now, the thing is, if I can actually find another one of those, that would almost work. He's going to have, like, a Ripley-style bolter, where he's just, like, duct-taped two of them together. I mean, why not? It's my model, and I will fuck it up if I want to. Well, considering the amount of plasma pistol I've got, I could just, like, weld two plasma pistols together. That could be quite funny. You can tell I haven't thought this through much. Yeah, these are all the upgrade sprues, so I'm pretty damn sure. That's a plasma gun. Nah, it's a plasma gun with hands on it. That's not helpful. Oh, that's actually a couple of shotguns off the scout sprue. Ooh, four marine scale shotguns. That come in handy later. Because the shotguns on the original sprue are fucking weedy. Do you know what? Let's commit to the bit, because I can't think of what else to do with that. Okay. Okay, I can sacrifice one of these things. Let's see how this works. Right, wrists. Okay. That's annoyingly obscured by the strap it's got attached to it. Or is it going to look just okay with the bolter on it? Nah, it doesn't look heroic enough. But this looks just effing... This just looks dumb. Right. So we need to get option A onto option B, and I've just stabbed myself with something. Luckily it was plastic. So it hurt, but luckily it wasn't, you know, the knife. Oh, okay, right, perfect candidate. That one's further back. That's good, let's try that. Okay. Okay, we're just going to completely mangle this. That's what we're going to do. Ooh, boy. This is why I made sure I had a sharper hobby knife when I started. If I do this in sections... Actually, what I probably should do is rummage around in my bits box. I need a bits box cam. That's what I need. It's like literally nothing happening on the screen. All you can hear is this. It's like I'm doing something, honestly. Is there not an already disconnected storm bolter in here? There probably should be. Oh, that'll come in handy later. Come on. I've already cut into that one, so I might as well just commit to it. Sure, I found one earlier. That's a... Oh, I take it back. That would look better because that's got a drum belt on it. It's my refusal to commit. That's fine. I've only cut into that a little bit. That's fine. I can go with it. That's got a drum belt on it. That will look better. Right. Okay. Let's get all those out of the way. Just see what I'm doing here. Right. This is the thing I didn't actually kind of realize like when I first started collecting the Spaceballs is the amount of like greeblies they have on like the arms and stuff. So you've got like I can't maneuver this light. This is amazing. So they have like all the little sigils, all the little furry bits, all that going on, and it's just like, oh god. And it's like there is such a thing as too much detail sometimes. Whereas, what's it? The new Horus Heresy jump pack things they've just brought out. Because it's Heresy era, they don't actually have much in the way of greeblies and bits on them at all, which is kind of funny. This is going to be an absolute sod. I've said that about 5 times today. Okay, let's get the wolfy tail bit off. And of course, that's the running joke. There are no wolves on Fenris. You know, except there are, because it's always implied that the Thunderwolves and stuff are actually degenerated Space Wolves, which is kind of weird. That actually could be... I'm getting completely distracted. This is like a giant hammer, but I think that's actually a marine scale hand on it. That could come in handy later. Not for this guy. This guy is pointy and shouty and shooty. And possibly he'll have a cape when I've got this finished. Oh man, the trouble is, this is perfect, but it's so welded in the... It's so far back, and I'm going to completely destroy the trigger mechanism when I cut into it, but... Those are the brakes. Where's the arm I was going to put it on? That's the other question. There it is. Nearly stabbed myself in the face with the hobby knife there. That would have been very not smart. Actually, hilariously, the regular bolter is actually longer than the drum-fed one. And also, because these are like one piece, almost an argument could be made to taking the drum feed off here and sticking the drum feed on there and make it look a bit bulky, but that would be even more messy, so probably not going to do that. Or should I just try and clip it off? Because I haven't got... Have I got a saw? I have a saw. Where's my kit? You can tell it's been a while. I can't even remember what tool. I have got a saw. Look at that. Holy crap. That might work. I have no idea how sharp it is, and I've got... Ugh. Ugh. Look at that. Ugh. I don't know what that is. Living on the end of there. That's pretty disgusting. It's not like biological. I think that's a combination of green stuff and some random Eldar grenades that have affixed themselves to the... Yeah, it's an Eldar grenade pack. Okay, that's fucking random. Right, are we good? We're good, right. Commence the surgery on the patient. I remember this saw not being particularly brilliant. And I was right in that, or I'm just not very good at sawing, one of the two. I'm supposed someone has done a swimsuit model building stream. I mean, it's entirely possible, and if they had great success with it, fair play to them. That would be pretty niche, though, wouldn't it? And isn't everything niche on Twitch these days, I guess. Oh, do you know what? Ooh, do you know what? I might have accidentally sawed this off in the perfect spot. I'm also cutting through a bit of paper, which doesn't help. Nearly there. I saw a really good video. God, I got to remember the YouTube guy now because I love to accredit people. I have to dive in my YouTube history in a bit because I can't remember the name of his name of his thing. I think it's Senpai Gaming. Can't remember his actual name. And basically, he's kind of like very disillusioned with a lot of the live streaming because a lot of it is like outrage chasing, and it's basically just like people either doing outrageous shit on stream or people talking about people doing outrageous shit on stream, and it's like it generates a huge amount of kind of interest for not an awful lot of effort, and it's like, yep, no, I can I can fully understand that happening. I'm in an absolute hot mess of this. That's glorious. Okay. This is why I prefer to use the knife, because it makes cleaner cuts. The new meta is bouncing up and down on an exercise ball in very revealing short shorts. Oh well. We won't be trying that. Just for reference. That ain't happening. Oh man. Oh, this is... Have I set myself a terrible task? I think I might have done. I'm also putting all my weight on the thinnest part of the blade, which is a really stupid idea. Just so you know. Probably just chopped off a bit of the trigger guard while I was at it, which is not really ideal. Not sure this is going to work. And I just stabbed my cutting mat, which is good, because that's exactly what that cutting mat is there for, to be stabbed by accident, which rather than stabbing through my desk. Okay, yeah, I've cut through the trigger. I've actually cut through the bottom of the trigger guard there. Never mind, this is fine. This is fine. Everything is awesome. This is gonna be too chunk. I'm calling that now. I think I may have to do this the hard way. Yeah, that's too chunky. So that means the entire hand's got to come off because there's going to be a massive cuff that no, whole hand's got to come off, which means the whole trigger assembly's got to come off. So that's gonna be fun. Oh boy, whose silly idea was this? Oh yeah, mine. And then it'll just have to magically sit in a hand somewhere. Oh, how am I going to get those to line up? Probably not very. Ugh. Why do I do this to myself? The cool thing about these particular models, I mean the base ones I'm using, is that they were dirt cheap. I think there's 24 models. Links in the top of the chat there somewhere. They were 24 models for 25 quid. Now they're on sale. But it was like, that's like just over a quid per model, which is nuts. And they've got like a bunch of weapon options and stuff. And it's like, wow. So the more I'm looking at that other bolter, the more I'm wondering if I could do, with a little bit of adjustment, I could do it. Could I do a double-barrel bolter? Because it would look unique. Well, unique, probably terrible. No, that won't work. Ah! But yeah, and I thought, yeah, why not? Even if I like absolutely cock them up, that's not terrible. I'm still gonna get some models out of it. Oh man, I think I'm gonna use clippers. I'm gonna have to use the clippers. This is the perfect gun, but it's too. He's got too much of a grip on it. I wonder if we can pull this off. No, that's not gonna work. Exasperation sets in as the streamer realizes he's made a terrible, terrible mistake. Whoop. That's why we have a cutting mat, ladies and gentlemen. Cutting mats are good. Get yourself a cutting mat. Though I must admit, this desktop has got some battle scars on it anyway. But it'll have a few less because I've actually deployed the cutting mat. Okay, I'm going to have to resort to the clippers because that's going nowhere fast. But the trouble is it's so bulky, so I don't know how that's going to work. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get to the end of this and say I don't like it. Don't like it. Oh, I just fired a bunch of plastic into my keyboard. That's not good. Though I suppose if I actually narrowed the cuff down a little bit, I might be able to put the end of this onto that arm. Which would solve a lot of problems. Mind you, this has got a strap on it, so that's not going to help. No, that's still too... Is it too wide, though? It might look like he's wearing a very, very big glove, but let's face it, he's got a very, very big glove on the other hand as well, so... He's just the big glove guy. Behold my death mittens. There you go, that'll be his unofficial Battlefield code name. Colonel Death Mittens. Oh, do you know what? That might work, you know. That might actually work. Ooh, just about. Oh, poopy. Okay, right. Moment of truth. Fuck. Oh, wait, no, hang on. There are some little arm bits I saw in the other sprue. More sprue diving. There was some little connecting arms. I'm sure I saw them in here somewhere. Suspense. I'm listening to Spotify, which you guys can't hear, so be grateful. Well, actually, I'm grateful because otherwise I get copyright struck and I'm in all kinds of trouble. No, this may be a fool's errand. Oh, I could have sworn there was like a connecting arm. No, that's for driving vehicles. Okay, maybe not. Let's stick to plan A. Such as it is. Well, actually, technically this is plan C already. Plan A was a long time ago. Right, now the trouble is, that strap is right where his wrist is. Okay, let's do it. The reason I'm not sawing it is that the sawing will be incredibly wonky, and I don't want to lose that on my fingers. There we go. Ugh. Yeah, I have done that in the past, where like, I have cut the perfect thing, and then suddenly it flies off into the ether, and you're like, ah, shit. Now I don't know where it is. Right, does this work? Because this is the lesson of putting, like, composite models together and realizing they're very flimsy. That might work. Hey, Comify, how are we going? When are we getting to hot glue? Never. Never. Hot glue bad. Well, actually, I say that. The glue I've got is causing me issues. Because the bloody applicator doesn't work properly, so... But hello, Comify. I hope you're doing well, and I hope 2024, which I have to keep reminding myself it is now 2024, is, treating you adequately. Oh, that looks fucking cursed. That looks a little cursed. I may have to try and pare that down a bit more. I hope this is worth it. I just wanted to give him like a chunky gun, because the regular bolter, even though the right scale, doesn't look quite right to me. What this is unfortunately probably going to highlight is how dinky these other guns that came in the box are actually going to look. Which is going to be a bit of a problem, because I don't think I have enough bolters to replace them with. However, I did find a bunch of shotguns, so, you know, that's always a plus. It solves problems, though. Well, yes, I think hot glue would be a little bit, what is the word? OTT. That's several words, in fact. Right, need to flatten this down a bit. Now, I don't have any super glue. That's a problem. Because whenever I'm doing like little composite bits, I sometimes like to use a super glue instead of the plastic glue. But theoretically, the plastic glue works better with the plastic, so you think it would be a problem. I have some really fucking weird noises coming from outside today. I could have sworn there was like explosions earlier, but I didn't see any lights or anything, so I don't know what's going on. Also, I'm out of shot again. Okay, how's that? Oh, that's gonna look pretty fucking cursed. Yeah, because it's gonna make him look like he's wearing a giant... Well, he's wearing a giant glove on the other hand. Okay, alright, if we pared the bottom of that down a little bit... Literally making this up as I go. And then that'll look just like a reinforced cuff, in theory. Okay, it doesn't help that that bit's there either. There. Also, I can't actually keep this on in my hands, because it's actually a little small for my giant ham fists. Why am I not using the hobby knife for that? I don't know. Right, okay. I don't know if that was worth it. I think, ultimately, I don't think that's going to be obvious until I've based it. Oh, maybe I should round off the edges a little bit. That might work. Without cutting my hands off, of course. I have also learned that there are 3D printing pens. Wait, so, hang on a minute. Does that pens that 3D print themselves? I mean, not 3D print themselves, but pens that are capable of 3D printing. Is that what we're saying? Because that's kind of wild. How does that work? I'm confused. I mean, I'm always confused. Oh, pens that 3D print. Okay, that's pretty crazy. Okay, I'm not sure this is a good idea. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to put that arm on first. With the glue that I can barely get out of the applicator, which is great fun. Well, actually, no, because the thing is, we don't know where is that actually pointing? Upwards. Okay, that works. That's super heroic. Oh, maybe I should glue them together. Okay, I'm going to glue them together first, and then work it out from there. Oh, God, I hope this is straight. This is the other thing when you crack bits apart, and then what happens is you don't end up putting them back quite straight. Okay, despite the applicator failing miserably, I am actually getting glue out of it. Basically a pen that heats up and you feed it filament. Oh, wow! Okay, so I guess you kind of like... that's basically like freehand 3D printing? If I'm following? So you could do like letters and words and stuff? Am I barking up the right tree there? Missed a bit. Thanks, Wolf Warrior. Probably. That needs more glue on it. That's not working. That ain't quite working. Probably because I didn't have it flush. Well, you know what? That's actually less... Ooh, No, I'd say that's still pretty cursed. It's pretty cursed. Yeah, it does look like he's got like a giant wrist support on there, but to be honest, considering the size of the gun, maybe that's not a bad thing. Actually, could have probably done with paring a bit more of this side off, which now I can't do because I've just put the glue on. Hang on a second. We will get there. We will get there. Oh, we won't. And touch up. Oh, okay, yeah. So if you had like an already started project, you could add to it by tinkering with the pen. Ah, I see. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think the 3D printing is all... Well, I say it's the future. It's already here. But I think it's going to be the thing. Right, I don't want to pare this down too much, because otherwise I'm going to Yeah, that's why you don't file things when they've got glue on them. It fucks everything up. This is fine. In theory. Meh. Meh. That is the noise of the stream at the moment, which is meh. I love how I keep leaning back and taking things out of camera shot. You can tell I don't use a camera very often. Okay. Yeah, they're not quite flush. Also, that's completely not straight in comparison to the... Okay, it's not going to be straight in comparison to the gun. That's fine. Oh, that's wonky as fuck. Oh, no. Oh, no. I've made a terrible mistake. Let's see how that goes. Let's leave that there to dry off for a bit, because I'm frightened to touch it more. It does kind of look like he's got a clamp on his wrist. But that's okay. It would have looked, but it's going to look better than, for example, the Terminator scale fucking shoulder there, because that looks. He's got like a nasty case of gigantism going on, but that's no. Right. What else? I'm not going to take the head off yet. What I probably should have done is actually got two models on the go, because now I have to sort of sit here and wait for the glue to go off. I'm going to have a drink first, actually. Oh, I have to refill that if I'm going on for much longer. Okay, right, we're mostly there. Now, while we're waiting for that to dry off, I wonder, can I get away with this cloak? Because I think it'd be fucking funny if I did. The trouble is, this is meant for, like, Eldar. And obviously he's a little broader than that. I mean, it'd be great you could have it as like almost like a poncho, but then or like a side shoulder cloak. But then you'd have to have already worked that out into the thing, and that'll look cursed if I did it that way around. Maybe that's a no for that. Actually, it would look pretty awesome if he was pointing in that direction and he had like a little cloak sticking out the back. It'd be quite funny. Okay. We're going to leave that alone just for a little bit longer. Right, so let me have a quick look at my list here. What was I doing? So, where are we? So, Shock Gauntlet. That's good, yeah. Power Fist, Shock Gauntlet, same thing. Champion Iron Blaster. I mean, that looks like a big, chunky gun. So that could be an Iron Blaster. It could be a rifle. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Probably put a bit of heat on the cloak and bend it. Ooh, that's the advanced class. Damn. With resin, yes. With this stuff, not so much. You can get away with that with resin, and in fact, to be honest, it's like 100% necessary with resin. Because half the time with the resin kits you get, they are bendy all over the place. But yeah, it's kind of like if you have something like a bit of flare coming out the back here, but then that would absolutely be at odds with the other gun. So maybe I need to wait for that. I mean, I could just... This bit could come off. And that might help. Also, it's got Eldar runes on it, which is cursed if you're a space dwarf. Nah, it's not quite the right scale. I think I've used up all the assorted cloaks and little gribblies. I know these guys have like a fur... What do you call it? Like a fur collar. I haven't put that on yet. Oh, actually, if I put the fur collar on, I might be able to anchor the cloak off that. Aha! Cunning plan. So let's give that a go. He says for getting half the model. Actually, I tell you what, I'm going to take this off here completely. Without either firing it across the room or cutting my own hand off. Okay, maybe not then. Okay, we're going to use the clippers for that, because that's awkward as fuck. Yeah, there we go. Okie dokie doodahs. Did I just say okie dokie doodahs? I did. What's wrong with me? Right. Can't really see what I'm doing. Do you know what? I'm going to use the clippers for the rest of that and then tidy it up with the knife because I actually literally can't see what I'm doing. Neither can anyone else, to be honest. Oop. Come here, git. No. Just clipped it a little bit. That's okay. Right. Get that out of there. That doesn't look like I think I've missed that entirely. That's amazing. It doesn't help that it's got like fairy bits everywhere, and I'm trying to cut a bit of flashing off, which looks just like a fairy bit. And nearly stabbed myself in the thumb there. Wow, these are actually... Do you know what? The smart thing to do would be use the file. That would have been a smart move, wouldn't it? Oh, which you can't see. I keep leaning backwards out of the whole reason I put this bit of paper is so you can actually see what I'm... vaguely see what I'm doing. Right, that looks cursed in the interior, but that's fine, because I'll go around his shoulders. Probably want to put the head on next. Does it actually come further forward than that? Can I assume that goes around the shoulders? Oh, except it probably won't, because... I've got that giant arm there. Oh, no, that'll work. Right, okay. Do I put the head on first? I think I put the head on first. If I'm going to do that, I need the head. Okay. I forgot to cover my glue up again. That was not clever. Right, where's the Cyber Eye guy? Cyber Eye guy. Now. He doesn't have the longest beard, but I feel all the guy in Gren tradition, we need to have a guy without a helmet in charge. I think that's a good idea. It's a great tradition. Right, and he's got a horrible lump on his head. If all else fails, it'll look like a really, really badass battle scar. And not that I've failed to... It's very hard to file a spherical surface. It's a scar. We're calling that a scar. Right, now we see if the heads fit properly. This is always good for a laugh. I'm really miffed this glue does not work as advertised. Not really sure. And this was the problem I always had with the... like, the tubes. So that's not even coming out of there now. Man. This is pretty epic fail so far on the glue. Yeah, that's because that's clogged up now. Good stuff. Come on, glue. Out you come. Come on, you fucker. Okay, that's a little bit too much, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is get this, get some of that off there. Okay, never mind. We're committed. Or we should be committed, one of the two. Right, now, can he turn his head to look vaguely in the direction of the... Oh, that's not much room for articulation there, my boy. Oh, he does look grumpy. He does look like... Can you even see that? Is that even going to focus properly? He grumpy pointing man, which is, you know... You can't go wrong with a grumpy pointing man, really. Is get off my lawn incarnate. Ugh, that looks a bit cursed at the back. Needs to go a little bit back into the socket there. I know his head's slightly tilted, so he's like, are you fucking serious? I'm coming for you, Jimmy! With my oversized left arm. And what is probably going to be an incredibly cursed weapon in my other. And maybe a cloak if we're really clever. Okay, can we now actually fit the furry bit on here? Yes, we can. Okay, that's good. We can sort of fit the furry bit on. That doesn't quite work because his head's turned the wrong way. That's a fucker. That's a bastard. Okay, right now I gotta trim that down a bit more. I'm quite enjoying this. It's literally been like, I don't know, 4 years since I've done any like hobby stuff. Because I kind of soured on tabletop wargaming a bit because the guy I used to play it with just sort of that was all it was. And when I sort of like went off it, we sort of just ended up not seeing each other again. It's like, oh great, okay, that's good. So it's kind of soured me on it a little bit, but this is just largely for funsies. Also, you want to talk vanity? I sort of state my fingernails were in, and I'm kind of like, I've got to cut my fingernails before I do this because they looked awful. So I was like, yeah, if I'm going to see these under a camera, they need to be chopped. Right, does that actually work? Is his head even remotely in the right place? I think so. Don't stab yourself with the knife. This is... Oh, great, my glue is now bubbling out of the... Oh my god, this is just... What the actual fuck, seriously. This glue is fucking cursed. Right. Stick the nozzle back in. Stop coming out! You insist on not coming out of the right thing, stop coming out at all. You stupid thing. Right. What was I doing? See if this fitted. Right. Better it did. Better it did. Right, now we need to double check the gun can actually go on. Actually, maybe we should put the gun on first. Oh, that's hilariously disproportionate. Oh no! Maybe I should have stuck with a regular bolter after all, because that looks fucking funny as hell. I think it might work. It's kind of going to have to be... It's like one of those things, it looks like he has giant hands. Well, I mean, he's definitely got a giant hand on the left. Because, son of a bitch. But I thought the regular bolter would look too weedy. So... It does look like he's picked up his grandpappy's war gear and gone, I can do this. I can do this, Grandad. I'm a big man now. Okay, I think the only way we're going to really see is we're going to have to stick some glue on it and fucking hope for the best. Oh, this is not going as planned. Which doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Yes, I'm listening to a Nickelback song, and I don't mind it. The funny thing about Nickelback come in for a lot of stick. And the thing is, you're okay with Nickelback providing you just buy one album. They're fairly, like, inoffensive rock band. Just don't buy more than one album, because they all sound the same. So, you just buy one. And then, you're not that disappointed then. Oh, I just broke the link with the hand there. Oh, I'm not sure I'm gonna like how this looks. That doesn't look great. It looks like he's having like an anaphylactic shock. Except it's also stretched to his gun. And his gun's too big. His gun's having allergic reaction as well. Oh no. Okay, we might be able to make this work. Funnily enough, if I've actually got a couple of Terminator shoulder pads, it might actually work. One thing I am worried about though is I think I just broke the connection with the... Yeah, that's gone. Whose idea was this? I must have a couple of shoulder pads left around, because that would at least bring his shoulders into scale with the rest of it. It kind of needs something to bulk him up a little bit, because he does look like he's got like Stretch Armstrong hands. It looks like he needs a forklift and fast. Yeah. Oh. Okay, this was a bit of an experiment, and I fear it's an experiment that's gone a little wrong. Because the thing is, was that the one I broke? Oh, okay. So the other one I was going to use is the one I actually broke. So that's kind of torn that one. Probably should have tried that first, because I think the regular bolter would have actually worked better. I'm going to go digging for some shoulder pads here. This is what happens when you haven't been doing, like, hobby for a long time. Yeah, she actually half... Yeah, he looks like a... He does look like he's an angry man. Right, have I got any spare shoulder pads? That's the question. Oh, man. Okay. Shoulder pad discovered. Okay. 1. Oh, and that's 2. That one's already painted, though, but that's okay. This is a test. What this tells me, annoyingly, it hasn't gone wrong, it's retro, 80s proportions. Yeah. Could use sprue plastic and craft in some sort of powered exoskeleton. I was pondering finding some other bits and kind of like padding his midsection out a little bit so it looks like he's actually bulkier than he is. Is that gonna work? Because that is actually a Terminator. This is actually a Space Wolf shoulder pad. Is that then gonna make his look even more stupid? Also, one of these shoulder pads faces one way and the other one faces the other. Or is that going to be hanging off there like... Because I think if we put a shoulder pad on there, it's actually going to sort of hide how spindly his arms are. If I can actually get it in the right place. Yeah, the trouble is it's not really on his shoulders because they have this like harness thing going on. Also, I won't be able to put like the furry collar thing he's got either. Wow, that was a good catch with the other hand there. Can we get away with that? Piss. What I probably should have done is like see if I could find some cheap Terminators and just put the dwarfy heads on them. That would have solved some problems. I'm not convinced that's going to look quite right. Because his shoulder is actually further over. So it'd have to kind of go here. No, that's not going to work, is it? No, that's like looks like it's stuck to his ear. Gee, right, I tell you what, where's the furry thing? We're not working with all our things in the same spot. Right, is this actually fixed? We might have got away with that actually. Right, okay, let's have a look at this. I'm rusty. That's the excuse I am using. Which is not an excuse, it's a reason. Oh, I just dribbled glue everywhere, which is exactly what I didn't want to do. Yeah, it'd be kind of like, I think like Games Workshop put out that How a Space Marine is Armored video ages ago. That basically is very similar to wow, I got glue all over that. That's impressive. Is just like the StarCraft one, because obviously, you know, let's face it, StarCraft and the Marines from StarCraft and Space Marines are very similar. And pretty much this guy would be like, they'd be adding the bits to him and he'd just be gradually slumping under the weight. He'd be like, here's your carapace. Here's your shoulder pads. It's like, you okay, sir? No. Right, he's got his furry collar on now. I don't know if I got that in the right place. That doesn't quite look right to me. Where's the box art gone? Yes, apparently that is the right place. Okay. He's got 2 lapel bits showing, but apparently that's how that's supposed to go. Okay. So that's now. Is this one? No, that's a regular marine one. Okay, that obviously is not going to go on there because now he's got the furry bit on there. Mm-hmm. Mm. No, he's just going to look like he stole the arms off a space marine if I do that, which is going to be just sad. I believe this is what they call mixed results. Wow, I didn't realize the glare off that paper. Jesus Christ, my hands aren't there. Look at that. The focus on that was terrible. I feel it needs something on the shoulders, though. Oh, dear. Whose silly idea was this? Right, okay, that is... Oh, yeah, I remember having nightmares with these. Because they had this, like, giant sort of, like, design on the shoulder pads, and all it meant was that when they shrugged, they just knocked themselves out. No, I don't think the shoulder pads are the way to go. Needs something on there to bulk it out a bit. Wow. Oops, I dropped the whole thing. Right, does the furry thing help with the cloak a little bit? It does a bit. Yeah, maybe if we clipped off that side. Can we, like, make it... Nah, it's got to be on the back somewhere, isn't it? If I trim the top down, we might have that. That might distract from his shoulders a little bit. I've got any, like, little things I can attach to his shoulders to make them look a bit bulkier. Oh, he does look like he's wearing boxing gloves on the gun hand. Oh well. This is fine. Right, what have we got here? Those are hands. That's a knife. A knife isn't going to work. There must be a little heraldry bit somewhere. Oh, wait, no, hang on. There's someone here, isn't there? We've got little pouches. I'm only gonna put little pouches on his shoulders. Nah, that wouldn't look alright, would it? Knives, not a good idea. It needs something. I'm not giving up on this cloak idea. I think if I snipped the top of this and then I don't think that's going to bend. It almost sort of like slots in the back of where the furry bit is, which would actually work really well. I say work really well. It would probably not work at all. Let's have another look in the Greebly box. Well, he certainly stands out, which is kind of like what I was aiming for, but just not necessarily standing out in the way I was intending. Maybe I honestly should have just stuck with the standard grade. I mean, what we could actually do is yank the bolter off and put this back on, because I think we've got enough. I'm going to do that. And actually put this the regular bolter back on. I think that's going to look less stupid. Because luckily I was smart enough to cut it where the strap was. Okay. Let's level that out a little bit. Yeah, I thought the drum mag would make it stick out, but it just looks goofy. I mean, that's arguably the whole thing looks goofy, but, you know. Actually, no, that's fine. So this bit that needs a bit of a... It actually looks way more in proportion with the actual regular size bolter. Because bearing in mind that is a Space Marine, not a Primaris, it's the old school Space Marine. That is a Space Marine scale bolter. Yeah, that looks so much better. This is fine. Maybe one of the other ones I could, if I had his the close combat one. If I had his arms in a particular spot, I could actually use these shoulder pads, but that's not working on this one. Sorry, I keep moving out of camera shot. Because this is why I was umming and erring about doing this on stream, because I tend to get like wrapped up in my own little brain space, and I forget I'm actually on camera. So I get comfortable and then just move away from the camera. At which point you can't see a damn thing. Which in this particular case might actually be better off, but you know. Right, okay. Now, if I remember correctly, these two bits were actually separated from each other. Okay, I will say the hand is still a little bit disproportionate. Oh, that looks so much better. Oh my god, I should have just stuck to my original instinct. And saved myself some time. That looks better to me. That's regular sized bolter, and I'm happy to stick with the goofy pointy hand. I'm good with that, but the regular bolter definitely. The trouble was with the storm bolter, the Terminator fist was so bulky, it looked like he was carrying it in a in a boxing glove, which wasn't really what I was aiming for. So that's okay. We learn. This is what this is all about. We tinker and we learn. Yeah, that looks way better. Oh, it's a little off center though. Now it's centered. Whoop, I dropped the entire thing. Now it's centered. It looks a little better. Yep. Should have stuck with my guns there. Pardon the pun. Yeah, because that's a Space Marine scale Power Fist and a Space Marine scale bolter versus a Terminator sized one. So yeah, I think that was the best. I think that was a better option. Okay, right. I should really leave that alone to glue a bit now. So that makes me wonder, how is that other hammer going to look? I think this would be... I think the hammer might work for the close combat guy. So I'm sort of doing like the leadership models first and sort of seeing where I'm going from there. Oh yeah, because there's this one that's just a hand. Though again, I think that's a Terminator scale hammer. Though to be honest, a thunder hammer is a thunder hammer, and they're pretty much the same, except this one's got a whole hand attached to it. So nearly 2 hours in, and I've actually nearly achieved something. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Marine scale only from this point forwards. I don't mind the giant pointy arm. The giant pointy arm is fine. Can I get away with the shoulder pad now? Do I need to get away with the shoulder pad? That's the thing. Well, that's actually covered in glue. That probably wouldn't stick anyway. Well, that, again, going to the realms of slightly too derpy. I don't think that's going to fit anyway. Oh, it might. Like I say, I should have invested in some blue tack. I could have saved myself a lot of hassle. Right. It doesn't help that this is already painted. Nah, that's going to look derpy. I mean, let's face it, the whole thing looks derpy, but... Right. Can we kind of... Well, that looks like it's hovering a little bit. I almost think like having it as a side cloak would almost work, but that looks... That would have to go all the way up there to actually fit. Unless I trimmed it... If I trimmed it down from the top... If I just sort of like cut it across here, where it opens up a little bit, and then I might be able to articulate it onto his back a little better. Yeah, I might try that. Or maybe even, that's a cunning plan, hit him with a file. That works too. They've got these little communicator packs. Where was my bit of paper where I wrote down all the components were? Here we are. Right, 8 of those. Okay. I wonder if I put a little communications pack on his back and then tried to articulate the cloak off of that. And then he looks like he's in charge and he's giving orders. That's actually not a bad shout, if I do say so myself. Right, here we go then. Ooh, hello. That looks a little flimsy. Yeah, let's... I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional, honestly. I'm not. At all. Right. Oh, yeah, no, can't even see what I'm doing there. That's amazing. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to clip that off from there and then take the knife to it. Yeah, okay, this is coming together. This is going to be an absolute fucker to paint if I ever get around to it. Whee! Okay, I don't do that every time I cut some sprue. It'd be exhausting. Right, where are we? But yes, tomorrow evening at 6:30 GMT, me, Robotic Battle Toaster, Takan Twins, and Wabba, I think, are going to be doing some more Mechra 5 collaboration stream, which is always gloriously chaotic, and I usually fail to hit a lot of things. Oh, that's off. Got to reglue that. Good stuff. That's got to be reglued again. Oh dear. So yes, tune in for that tomorrow because that'll be great fun. There's actually quite a funny little clip where they were arguing about artillery the last time. Was that last time? God, I guess it must have been. Honestly, like, December for me has been such a weird blur. I was just kind of knackered, which is why I sort of stopped streaming for a bit. And obviously we had the trip up north, where I was not very well. And then come back, and it's like, it was meant to feel like a break, and it's all whizzed by so fast. It sort of doesn't really feel like I've stopped at all. But, yeah, we're going to sort of get back into the relatively regular streaming schedule, but we're going to see how it goes. Yeah, I don't think that's on there very straight, but this is for... Oh, no, come on. Okay. Straight? Relatively straight. Yeah, okay, I'm definitely sure. We've gone on holiday by mistake, springs to mind. We've gone on holiday by mistake? Eh? What was that about? We've gone on holiday by mistake. Sorry, it's like moments like this, it becomes train of like stream of consciousness thought, and I'll say something, and I'll then completely forget what I just said. So is that a previous comment? Oh, it's a line from With Nail and I. Oh, okay. We got on holiday by mistake. Yeah. Yeah. No, because I was kind of like, I was like really ill on the 18th, and then by the time I really felt like I was covered, it was literally just like, oh, we're going home now. Okay. Oh, wow, how do these go on? Maybe these don't go on with the furry bits. Again, I'm out of shot. Well, now it looks like he's giving orders, so that's kind of... Oh, hello. How the hell does that articulate onto there? I think I've been lied to, you know? Maybe it goes onto the furry bit. No, it looks like it's supposed to go under it. Yeah, there's not too many points of contact there. That's not brilliant. Why do we think that is? If that's got a shelf on it, surely that... Or does it slot in lower than that? No, because that means then his belt pouches are in the way. Ah! No, it's going to need more glue on it. It's from 1987. Oh, yeah, that's a vintage one. What was it? Richard E. Grant and... Can't remember the name of the other guy. Yeah, it's Richard E. Grant and somebody else. Whose name escapes me at this exact moment in time. Paul McGann. Oh, Jesus, yeah, Paul McGann. Yeah, actually, I have to right. So the whole point of us getting the train and taking the route we did, is obviously it would be less hassle than taking the car. Because my dad's knocking on a bit, and my sister's worried about him, and more often than not, we sometimes have disagreements in the car. Because last time when we were coming back, I said, "Dad, Google Maps says that the road's closed," and he's like, "No, no, no, it's fine." And but it says the road's closed. He said, "No, no, no, it's fine." And it took us 6 hours to get home. So my sister's like, "You're taking the train next time." I'm like, "Fine." And then we get home, and Dad's like, "I don't like trains." And I'm like, "What don't you like about trains, Dad?" And he's like, "There's not enough luggage space." It's like, "Well, there's never enough luggage space. There were people everywhere." "Well, yeah, it's near Christmas. There wasn't anywhere to sit down." "Oh, I found you a spot to sit down." And it's like, oh dear. And I'm like, do you know what? That's an argument you can have with my sister at a later date, because I'm not going through that. Right, now, here's a cunning plan, you see. We've got his backpack, so if I can trim the cloak down, he can have like a little tunicky thing flapping about. He can have a butt flag. Obviously, not the size it's at the moment, but when I let that dry off, I could clip the top off that, and he could have a little, like, butt flag tunic thing. Which, obviously, also, with the combination of no helmet, means he is in charge of everything. If you have a butt flag and no helmet, you are in charge. That is how the Tabletop Miniatures universe carries on. But it can't be full length like that, because that's not quite going to work. I definitely think I've salvaged that by putting the regular size bolter on there. That was a very big oopsie, slightly dodged, I feel. Okay, right, so where do we reckon? Probably just under where that pointy bit is. Right, let's have a go at that. I'm not going to do that with the scalpel, because the saw's not going to do it particularly straight. I mean, I could start it with a scalpel and finish it with a saw. Can kind of get a guiding bit in there. That's probably not going to work. I have to remember, the trouble is with this, I always say you're not supposed to put any pressure on the saw. And that's the problem I have, is I keep leaning on the saw too much, which actually makes worse work. It doesn't help that the saw's bendy as all hell, because it's only dinky. I don't know what this song is, which you guys obviously can't hear. But I'm not overly fond of it, so I'm going to go to Spotify and move it on. So my mouse has fallen asleep, which doesn't help. Oh, there we go. That's an appropriate track. Life's a bitch. Oh, that's actually almost through. That's almost straight as well. Holy crap. Emphasis on almost. Hey, okay, let's see if we've made a terrible mistake. Right, let's... He shredded the paper. That's fine, it's only there to tell me when I'm out of shot. Oh, this is made of so many composite bits now. In fact, it's made of so many composite bits where it doesn't actually have to be. Because I buggered up that gun. Right, so does that... I might have cut it slightly too far down. Because it doesn't quite wrap around. No! Luke, I am your father. No! Oh, also, that fucking backpack isn't glued either. Jesus wept. There are not many points of articulation for... Contact points for that fucking communication thing to go on there. Right, okay, let's abandon that for a second. What about the clock? Does that... No, that looks like shit. Good. Yeah, almost works. What I could really do with is some green stuff, which I don't have. Could I sort of articulate it around that way a bit? That might almost work, you know. Or do I do it further up, like a kind of dinky cape? No, because it doesn't go around his waist then. Whose silly idea was this? Oh wait, mine. I could kind of tip it forward a little bit. Maybe chop that corner off. That might actually work. Though again, what am I gluing it to? That's the important question. If there's no contact points, that ain't going on. Right, how the hell were they supposed to... There's no contact points for these bloody backpack things. Either that or I just knocked it off. That's also entirely possible. Right, let's try that one more time. Because actually, if I flatten the bottom of the thing, I can actually almost glue those together. It's a thought, actually. If I rounded out this, well, not rounded out, squared off, in fact, not rounding out. I don't want rounding. I want the other way around. Hey, Bullamatari, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Let me give you a shout out momentarily. Hopefully Christmas and New Year's has been treating you well. Give me but a moment. I've got to find my keyboard. Hang on, it's over here somewhere. But welcome in, Raiders. I hope you're all doing very well. This is where Toddy, boop. Hey, you got it right. Awesome. Last playing Warhammer. Oh, were you doing some mini building as well? Excellent. It's been a fun time off work. Oh, cool. Yeah, I kind of, this has been a bit of a impromptu hobby stream, so I actually got some models for Christmas that I wanted to tinker with, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to do it on stream. It's been an interesting thing at some point. Paint club night. Cool. Yeah, I'm making a terrible hash of these. You've missed the hilarious boxing glove Terminator gun effort, but I do like the fact that this guy has a giant pointy hand. But I scaled it back to the Marine scale bolter because the Terminator bolter didn't quite look right. But other than that, it's been a bit of a disaster, but we're fine. Painted a Space Marine and stuck together a Tau headquarters. Oh, nice! Is that one of the newer Space Marine kits, like the Primaris ones, or is it one of the old school ones? Yeah, these, well, the link for these that I'm tinkering around with are pinned to the top of the chat, or should be. I don't know how this fucking backpack goes on. Also, I've had a terrible disaster with my glue, because my glue is not coming out the metal applicator thing, which is clogged, so I'm having to do it like this, which is a bit leery, to say the least. Sorry, if I occasionally like make strange drum beat noises or occasionally sing some lyrics, because I'm listening to Spotify, but because I've divided up my my audio tracks, you can't hear it, because obviously I'll get copyright struck into oblivion if I did that. Oh, it's Primaris, okay. Which chapter? Must not sing along to the Metallica lyrics. Right, is that gonna... it's not quite gonna work. Nah, it hasn't quite got the right level of sanity, is the word I'm looking for. Never mind. Oh, Imperial Fists! Cool. Magic Pain Gloves ahoy. That's the Imperial Fist, isn't it? The magic thing. You can have music coming out stream but not recorded, man. Yeah, I didn't want to take any chances. This was kind of a bit of a spur of the moment thing, and the way I've got my sound sources rigged up is that you won't hear it unless I specifically add it to the stream. So I've got control over everything. So I haven't got Spotify added to my sound sources, so you can't hear it. Because yeah, I'm too careful with these kind of things. Oh, that almost works. It almost works, and then you'll have a little flappy coat thing going on. Except it doesn't look like it's actually attached to anything. So it actually might look like a bunch of arse. Which is why I was trying to sort out the backpack before I put it on. That might actually work. It will look like it's kind of hovering, though, which I think might not be great. Maybe I should cut some corners off it. I don't know, it looks like it's almost like it's attached to his belt. Green stuff. Yeah, I largely embarked on this. The only thing I picked up was glue and brushes. I didn't go with any green stuff or anything like that, so it was a bit of a wing and a prayer moment. That would almost work, you know. If you want to do painting on a Monday night, I can set up a group paint club if you fancy that kind of thing. I will bear it in mind. I might get around to painting at some point. I'm having a bit of a building moment. This was largely, I was actually pondering doing this off stream. But tonight I just thought, you know, I'm going to give it a go. But I will bear that in mind. Thank you very much. It was really cool, actually. There was the place I bought this from, which was a place up in Nottingham. They were doing like a grab bag of paints over Christmas, and the really cool thing was they actually, even though it's supposed to be a random pick, it clearly wasn't random because they picked out the palette that would be perfect to go with the box of these things. Which I thought was really nice. So that was pretty cool. That almost works. It almost works. Because the trouble is, once I start putting glue on, that's going to be a right old mess. It actually looks like it's dragging... Oh, I just noticed something. If he was actually standing on the floor properly, it would be dragging across the floor. Which maybe that's why he's hopped up on this little bit of stone, so his little butt flag doesn't drag on the floor. That's the only reason. That's the only reason he's jumped on the rock. It's because he doesn't want his butt flag dragging in the mud. Nottingham, home of Warhammer. Indeed, yeah. I've actually been to the what's it? I've actually done the Warhammer World tour, which is quite funny. I dragged my niece and my sister around. They were incredibly impressed. So impressed, we literally, each exhibition we got to, I looked around and they disappeared. And I was like... So I sort of like picked up my pace and scurried after them, and they're kind of like, well, you didn't have to hurry. It's like, well, I kind of did. You guys just knobbed off. You disappeared without me. Oh, this might almost work. Okay, I don't actually know if that's actually going to affix to it. What I probably could do is file down the little pouches he's got back here. Because he's not going to be seeing them. That might actually help it stick. Don't want a muddy butt flag. No, exactly. Thank you for the posture check, Robotic Battle Toaster. I almost called you Robotic Bastard Toaster there. That would have been unfortunate. Yeah, I'm out of drink, actually. I need to go get myself some water quick, actually. What is the time? Fucking hell, I've been at this 2 hours. 2 hours on one model. Those are the old days. Actually, I tell you, that's what I'm going to do. I am dying in need of a drink. So thank you for the reminder. I'm going to be right back. Ooh, okay, that's... They are... Okay, they're whooping this thing now. I love this thing. It's hilarious. Is the Hetzer dead yet? Nope, the Hetzer's still going. The Hetzer is holding up that entire lance. due to being an incredibly awkward son of a bitch. I love it. Right, can we try knocking this thing over? That's the opposite side, but I'm doing it anyway. Oh my god, there it goes! 10 points from the French judge! Bonk! Nothing here to be seen. Right, and then can we just, like... Come on, we can do it, 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 we can do it. Sneak successful! Might be a little bit less sneaky, that's very true. Right. Stabilize the jump point. Right. Yes, thank you for that. I just realised I had run out of drink. And obviously I'm not painting, so I'm not going to get my drink and paint water mixed up, which every hobbyist has done at least once. They're usually only once. Okay, that's quite funny, because he's actually... Because he's standing up on this little plinth I gave him, that the cape looks like it's actually off the ground a bit. Okay, I'm not sure that's going to look quite right, but I'm going to give it a go. Because bugger it. Of course, this is immediately cursing him, because this is an Eldar cloak that I've mashed up. Actually, not even Eldar. A Harlequin cloak that I've mashed up. So I'm probably cursing him, to be honest. That actually doesn't look terrible. Okay, I probably needed to... I think I needed to file down the bottom of the backpack a little bit, which I've now just knocked off, because I'm too impatient and I don't let things dry. Probably looks a bit cursed viewed from the top. Okay, I'm going to have to fill something in here because it doesn't look quite right there. It hasn't quite landed. It hasn't quite landed. It looks okay from the front. It's like, behold, I have a pointy glove and a gun. Ergo, and apparently an AV, RC radio, whatever. But if you look at it from the back, it looks a little cursed. It's this bit looks a little cursed, which you can't see. That bit there looks a bit cursed. Which I could probably find something to fill that in with, but I'm not sure what. And it looks a bit cursed from the side, but you know, aside from it looking from the cursed from the side and the back, it looks great from the front. Oh god. Maybe I could fill it in. Where are some other bits of it that I left off here? I wonder if anything could kind of... Oh, I don't know. Might be a step too far, you know. Yeah, also there's a thundering great gap between it. Yeah, that doesn't look quite right. It looks pretty good from the front. Blue tack makes for cheap green stuff. Yeah, I wish I had some blue tack. It would have solved a lot of problems earlier. But alas. I wonder if I can fit like a... Make it look like a clip. Like a bit running down the side, so it looks like the not this bit, I'm just thinking. So the furry bit looks like it links up with the cloak. You can't see it on this side because the backpack kind of closes it over. But if I did it down here, it would fill in that gap there. This is a special kind of curse. This is. We're using Eldar bits to kit bash dwarfy bits. This is not allowed. Would that work? That might work. I've made this is going to be the most flimsiest composite model you've ever laid eyes on. Which, considering I'm not planning doing much with it to begin with, That might work. Oh, that's got the Eldar symbols on it. Best rub them off. No problem, Atari. Tea is important. I probably need to push this forward just a little bit because I keep leaning. No, yeah, I keep leaning back out of shot, which is kind of funny. Okay. Oh, this is so cursed. I missed it entirely. Oop. No! No, it needs to be shorter than that. Shorter, an entirely different shape. No, come on, up you go. Up, 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 up. It's precisely why I didn't put any glue on it. Oh, that's not gonna work. No, I don't think so. I could flatten that bit out a bit. It just needs something to fill in this little gap here that looks fucking terrible. Doesn't look as bad from that side, but it looks pretty awful from this side. Oh, you can still see the Eldar symbol too, that's not good. I have to come up with a name for this guy. Pointy McShooterson. There you go. Very dwarven. I need like tweezers or something, that's what I need. Or talent. That would also be a handy thing to have. Come on, I just need to see what this looks like linking up. No, that's not quite it. Just needs to make those 2 points look like they're continuous. No, no, that's not going to work. Actually, I wonder if hilariously, we go back to our previous idea of sticking a shoulder pad in there and actually fills the gap. No, that's no. We gave up on that for a reason. Unless we sort of did. No, that's not going to work. What is it? The other way around. Blah. I'm getting tired now. I'm dropping stuff left, right, and centre, which is amazing. Just need something to fit in there. No, that's awful. Ah! Whose silly idea was this? Oh, wait, mine. No, that doesn't look right. It's like I'm wedging an extra pouch in there either. It just doesn't quite work. Oh, Billy Bobs. Right, hang on. That might almost work. Trouble is, I keep putting it down, and I keep picking up the same way, and then I turn it and I drop it again. Oh, this is great. This is a fun game, this. Okay, something along those lines, but only if the actual points made sense. No, that just looks like a random piece of stuff that's just been jammed in there, which is exactly what it is. Oh, that nearly worked. Oh, no, don't tell me now I've cut that off. That would have been a better idea to have left that attached. Well, that's the story of the game, that is. Fuck it. That's not working. I need something artfully... I'll drop in, that works. Something artfully draped that makes it look like... If I could actually hold something in place for more than 30 seconds, I can actually see what it looks like. Nah, that's too rigid. That's the problem. Of course it's rigid. It's all plastic. It's invariably going to be rigid. Oh, it's so annoying. So it actually pretty much works, other than the fact it looks like it's just hovering on this side. No, that doesn't look like a shoulder bit, does it? Oh, I'm going to give up in a second. Rage! I would like to rage. Oh, actually, right, that might work if I actually cut that bottom bit off. Right, hang on. We may have hit upon a solution. I don't know where that went. It disappeared. It went to the places where all bits that you lose go. Oh, it's almost there. No, because then you're going to have an equal problem alongside it. We turned it. No, that's facing the wrong way now. Oh, poop sticks. It's a step too far, I tell you. No, that's going to look just like it's not attached to it at all. And we'll still have a giant hole there. Bugger. Yeah, and then that bit looks like it's not actually attached to anything. Ah, bugger. Well, it was a nice idea, but I think I may have cocked up slightly. See, amusingly, a shoulder pad wedged in there would almost hide it. But then that's going to draw way more attention to that arm, which... Well, let's face it, you can't miss that arm, because it's fucking huge. But it would kind of fill the void there. And then that wouldn't be quite as bad. And then, of course, I'd have to try and fit another shoulder pad on the other side, which is just awkward. Especially as this is the one that faces the other way. Oh, boy. I've only been awake for 9 hours and I could go back to bed. Well, do not let me keep you up, because, dear God, I am making an ungodly hash of this. Ah, I remember these shoulder pads. These stupid horsey bits on the top were an absolute sod. It's like, why would you do this? Why do this? Okay, that covers that better. Or does it? Or is that going to look too goof? I mean, the whole thing looks goof, but... Well, it's not as bad. There's still a hole there, but it is a smaller hole. Oh, I heard something pop. That's probably not a good sign. Alright, this thing's already slightly mangled on the glue side anyway, so we're going to give that a good go. Yes, don't let me keep anybody up, because, like I said, if I was... I'm kind of getting lost in my own thoughts as I go anyway, but... I'm just streaming it at the same time. Right, is that actually contacting any point where the glue is? No, it isn't. That's great. I'm so glad. However, that does actually cover that little hole up. It's just, unfortunately, that doesn't slot into place at all. Ah, because I got the fairy bit on there. God damn it. And now we're going to leave it on the floor, which will suck. No, there we go. Wizardry. I'm going to figure this out. No, I can't. I keep dropping everything. Literally everything falling on the floor. Right, got the glue and completely the wrong bit. That's why. Okay. The trouble is that means the other arm is going to look a bit bare. Well, this was experimental. Emphasis on the mental. Not helped by the fact my glue applicator is fucking cursed. Yeah, okay. That might work. Okay, it's got a bit of a gap there, which I'm not keen on. I mean, it still kind of looks cursed. But it draws attention away from that giant fucking gap there. Which I've had the tiniest plastic, I could wedge a bit in there and then it'd seal the hole. Okay, yeah, that kind of looks like it's floating around behind him. Oh, boy. You can tell I'm a little out of practice with this. Though, now the argument could be made, if I put a shoulder pad on the other side, it wouldn't look too bad the other side either. Now, that involves, I need to find the plainest shoulder pad I possibly can. Dear God. Okay. But I remember it's like these Space Wolf shoulder pads, like this one, that has like the horse design over the top. Absolute pain in the ass. Providing you had a model that sort of had the arm in the right place. Oh, great. There's another one. And it's, yeah, unsurprisingly, look at the other shoulder pad I found, which is another horsey one. It's like I didn't use these when I was building things because it was a pain in the ass. Well, I suppose we could clip the horsey thing. I suppose, actually, it's probably a wolf, isn't it? It's not a horse at all. It's a wolf. That would make sense because they're space wolves. Hey, another horsey one. Another wolfy one, even. Yeah, okay, that tells me all I need to know is that basically I didn't use those shoulder pads. Okay. Okay. Cunning plan. Cunning plan. Fuck that noise. Space horses. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that one, to be honest. To hell, probably. Okay. Just looking at some of the ads you get on Spotify, and I'm kind of like, the IKEA voiceover guy, other furniture shops are available, and the Einstein smart meter thing, they sound like almost exactly the same. It's quite funny. Okay, now the really awkward thing about that is I can't fit the shoulder pad in there. What is that? Is that? Oh no, that's not fixed. That's good. That's not going to go in there because that is entirely... no, it's entirely wrong. Oh, God. It's almost like this kit was not designed for this. Well, ironically, some bits of it were designed for this entirely, but... Wait, have I just... I've come at that the wrong way around, haven't I? No, I have stripped the appropriate bits off. A Space Marine chapter with giant genetically engineered horses would be pretty funny. I'm trying to think. What are the animal motif Space Marines? You've got the Carcharodons, which are the sharks, the space sharks. You've got the Minotaurs, which are bulls. You've got Griffins, which are obviously mythical. Howling Griffins, which is mythical creature, obviously. Yeah, I don't think there's any horse motif Marine chapters. I mean, there might be. I can't immediately think of one, but that you never know. Yeah, here comes a doom at my own hand, because that shoulder pad is not going on there because there's not enough room. Fuck a doodle do. That's really annoying. Oh, this is cursed. It does look like, it looks a bit like a space wolf where the curse of the wolfen has gone the other way and turned into a very, very angry small person. Rather than a giant werewolf, it's kind of gone, it's gone backwards, just made him a smaller, angrier man. Always annoyed me that Games Workshop never made Exodite Dragon Knight models. Oh yeah, because the Exodite Eldar ride around in giant lizards, don't they? Yeah. Well, I know exactly why they didn't make it, is because they very rarely make they don't make, most of the time they don't make models for stuff they don't have rules for. Which is annoying in some ways, because what occasionally happens is you'll build something and then there'll be an update, and because the rules for that are not in the update, it's like, well, you don't need a model for that anymore. It's like, but I really wanted it. Well, so yeah, but they don't have rules anymore, so we're not making them. It's like, okay then. Oh shit. This is almost working. By almost working, I mean it's failing, but it's, you know. I just need to trim off a little bit more of that corner. I think I can get away with that. They had second edition rules for them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, it's kind of like I stopped for a bit, and then I think by the time I checked in again, obviously Primaris were a thing. And I'm looking at like all these lovely, nice new Primaris models, and I'm looking at my stumpy firstborn, my lovely stumpy firstborn. And it's like, yeah, great. And then you're like, oh, this weapon loadout isn't legal anymore. It's like, oh tits. Okay then. Because there's a, if I could be bothered, I'd dig him out. So they used to have like the lone wolf models, in a Space Wolves army, and you could basically equip them with however you like. And I basically turned mine into Billy the Kid. So I green stuffed him a cowboy hat and 2 plasma pistols. And then it was like, oh yeah, no, this loadout is no longer legal. I'm like, no. I'm gonna have to see if I can dig out the model in a second. Once I've finished making an absolute hash of this one. Is this like nearly 3 hours? Yes, this is nearly 3 hours working on one model. This is amazing. That's how absolutely out of practice I am. Right, is this actually touching? Okay, that is actually drawing the eye away from the fact that the cloak doesn't quite fit properly. I'll take it. Is that actually on? No, none of the glue is touching anywhere. That's brilliant. Okay, let's try that again. T acquired. Excellent. Yeah, I'll have to go rummaging for him in a second. He's in one of the boxes near my feet. But yeah, he's got like a big tash, he's got a gun, he's got 2 plasma pistols. He used to kill himself more often than he killed the enemy, because obviously the plasma pistols overloaded and all the rest of it. But yeah, I liked him. Because it was just very not 40k, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have Billy the Kid. In fact, I think I gave him like a Space Wolfy name. I think I called him... Because I think Billy the Kid's real name was something Votunn, I can't remember. So I named this guy, he was Wilhelm Heinrich Votunn. But yeah, it's basically Billy the Kid as a Space Wolf. Oh my god, this is still pretty cursed. Yeah, there's still like a gaping hole there. That would definitely be a green stuff thing, but... Okay, right, so this is gloriously cursed. So, I don't know, can we see that? No, because the light is in the wrong place. Alright, let's move the light back a little bit here, actually. There's an idea, move the light back. Woo, steady on. So, honestly, from the front, I don't think he looks too bad. He's like angry McPointison, shooty beard face. It goes a bit cursed when you turn him round. The camera isn't focusing on it. Oh god, okay. Yeah, the camera's a bit shit. In fact, I think the closer I get to it, the less it's going to focus on it. It's actually worse. Yeah, there's an awful amount of flicker. I'll put some photos or something up. Yes, this is not the best camera in the world. I actually think that's actually rescued from disaster there. He looks suitably angry. Right, let's let that dry off a sec. I don't know if it'll focus. Will it focus I put in there? No, because there's a giant shadow now. I don't know. I don't have the best camera in the world. Right. Where are all my boxes of stuff? Can I get to them? Right. Is anything in... Right, okay. He might be in this one. I got like 3 boxes of Space Marines. This is ridiculous. No, I think it just... Oh, that's my old graphics card. That is not what I was expecting. But good to know I'm taking care of my old graphics card. No, I think it struggles because it's a camera from 2013. I think it's probably got something to do with it. Oh god, I've got stuff flying everywhere now. Oh no, this is full of vehicles. Well, that's full of vehicles. That does beg the question. Where the hell is my flyer? Actually, I gotta show this off, actually. Actually, again, you probably won't notice it that much. In fact, it's probably too big to fit under the camera. So, you can see it a little bit. Actually, okay, I'll leave that there for now. If I put it to one side. I've got, like... That actually started out life as an Ultramarines Land Raider. And I just dry brushed the absolute living fuck out of it. And turned it into a Space Wolves one instead, which I was quite happy how it came out. Oh, where the hell are my foot troops? No, that says vehicles again. Where the hell are my foot troops? Oh dear, that's a guy that's fallen off. Right, if that's all my vehicles, where the fuck are my infantry? That's worrying. Yeah, it's kind of got, like, what I did, I put, like, the shields on the side, so it's almost like a Viking longboat. Probably needs a lot more detail work, but I kind of got, like, bored with it. Not bored with it, I just stopped painting. Also, I've glued that together, which doesn't help. But yeah, I was quite happy with that. Where the hell are my infantry? Oh, I've got one more box. No, I'm not. That's the box I just picked up. Oh, no. Yeah, no, where the... That's worrying. That's really worrying. Where the hell are my infantry? Right, that's a dusty old... Oh, God, are they all in... Why are they in this box? Oh, God. Okay, that'll be a discussion for another time, because at some point... For reasons I don't fully comprehend, I've decided to move a lot of things into smaller boxes. I don't know why I've done that, because that just means they're all piled up on top of each other. Never mind, that's a discussion for another time. Jesus. I have a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I was like, I opened the first cardboard box and I was like, oh, that's my old graphics card. But at least I thought of some way to put it. Because that was my trusty NVIDIA 1050, which still works, and got me through many a stream. Right, no idea. Right. Do I want to do anything else with this tonight? Probably not. I think I've gotten away with it. I think I've gotten away with it. He does look like a miniaturized space wolf. It does look like a space wolf that's kind of like... Instead of doing the whole, like, Curse of the Wolfen and turning into something giant, he's turned into something much smaller and angrier. But he's got a tactical rock, so, you know. I've just dropped him twice, so that's always good. Well, I'll have to look at him in the cold light of day, because, yeah. I think that was it. I was going to see if I could find a chess piece or something to bulk him out a little bit. Bugger if I can remember where I put that, though. Oh, boxes everywhere. I had to move all this stuff to get into bed. Right, I'm sure it was in here somewhere. Where was it? Like one of the old school Terminator chest plates, I think. It's in here somewhere. Somewhere in here. There's a chest plate of some description. I don't know where I put that. Just want to sort of make him, like, pop out a little bit. Well, he does pop out a little bit. He's got a giant pointy hand, which the rest of them are not going to have. How do you know he's in charge? Well, he's got the pointy hand. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's one of those moments where I found it and I said, that would be perfect. And then I put it back in a giant pile of bits. Which was not smart. Not smart. No, I don't know where that's going. No, that's the hatch of a rhino. Strapping the hatch of a rhino to his chest would be a little bit excessive, I feel. Funny, but excessive. No, I've got no idea where that went. As soon as I wrap up, I'll probably find it. Bugger. No, that's what is that? Oh, that's an ammo. That's an ammo feed off a Devastator. Huh. I have an idea for that. No, fuck knows where that went. I'll figure that out another time. Oh, my word. Hey, Oxford, how's it going? He is large, therefore he must be in charge. Yeah, I think so, yeah. I gave him a little, he's got like a little Eldar plinth bit. And he's got, yes, the Marine Scale Power Fist. And he did originally have a Terminator Scale Stormbolter, but the trouble was, it looked like he was holding it with a boxing glove, so that was not good. But I hope you're well, Oxford Karma, and I hope you had a good Christmas, and Happy New Year, and all of these things. I kind of wish it was like there was a drum mag or something I could put on there, just to bulk it out a little bit, because I can't get the drum mag off this one. Or can I? I don't think I can, because it won't be far. It'll be too close to the fist. I mean, everything's too close to the fist. It's enormous. No, that ain't gonna work. I think it's the Death Watch that had drum-fed standard bolters, I think. Well, you know, what the really smart thing would have been to do, there's a holstered bolter here. I could have given him 3 close combat weapons and a holstered bolter and just said, well, okay, sometimes he uses this and sometimes he uses that. That would have been a smart idea, wouldn't it? No, that's going to look stupid. That won't work. Right, I'm going to have one more look for that bit. Because I said to myself, that would be perfect. And I bloody put it down and lost it. Oh, that's somebody's head. Oh, these are Eldar bits. No, that's Curse. He's standing on an Eldar bit, which I feel that's despoiling it, which is a good thing. Well, I do have a lot of pistols, which is good. Oh, I don't know where that went. Oh, that is lost to the sands of time, that is. Which is annoying. It would help if I actually organised some of this. What the hell is that? Oh, that's a... that's some exhaust pipes off an orc model. That's not going to help any. No. I'll probably find it later. No, I don't know where that went. Oh, well, bugger. Right. Okay, well, we've made an absolute mess here. This is glorious. Right. Well, I think what we're probably going to do, we're going to wrap things up there, I think, because my brain is starting to go. And also, my bed is now covered in hobby stuff, so that's quite funny. But I have to look at the sky in the cold light of day and see if I haven't made a terrible choice with it. I don't know. Hopefully I won't wake up and hate... That's like I said, whoops, keep dropping it too. The great thing about it is because he stood in this little plinth, if he wasn't, he'd be dragging his little butt flag in the dirt, see? So I think that's the only reason he stood in his little plinth, because it's like, I don't want to get my butt flag dirty. But yes, we're going to wrap up there. So thank you, everybody, for being part of this somewhat impromptu, slight car crash of a stream. Oh yes, hang on a minute. I've got a. What now? Here's the thing. Will the credits work? That's the question. Because they are working today. Holy shit! There we go. So yes, thank you, Bamboozle Ballet, Dirtsberg, and Lummox Beast for the subs. Thank you, Mekoto and Tankhair for the bits. Thank you, Robotic Battle Toaster, for the raid, and thank you, Blumatari, for the raid. So, yes, for a little impromptu gathering, thank you all very much for being a part of it. And, yeah, we collectively will be back tomorrow for some MechWarrior 5 collaboration with Wabba, myself, Robotic Battle Toaster, and Takan Twins, providing everyone is available, which I think they are. And, yes, I'm not entirely sure. Let's see what's going on with Twitch. Who should we raid out to? If anyone is about, who should we give a bit of surprise? Mecha GM's playing Battletech, which I'm sure you guys probably want to be a part of. So let's go. We usually chuck him a raid on Monday. So let's go do that. If I can actually spell his username, which I can't, which is hilarious. Boop, boop, boop. I've already done it like 1,000 times. There we go. Right, so please be kind when you raid. Thank you very much for being part of the stream, and I shall see you guys with any luck tomorrow. So, bye-bye.